Hello, the Farfetched here. How's it going? Today I'm going to be telling you about the Pokemon that I feel should be getting just a normal evolution in Sun and Moon. I'm going to be basing this basically on Pokemon that I feel needed a little something extra but weren't quite good enough to get a Mega Evolution, or I feel like a Mega Evolution wasn't right for them. So the first ones are pretty much just ones that I felt should have got a Mega Evolution, but weren't good enough to make it onto my top 10, which, go check it out, it's alright. So, yeah, basically maybe a stat change or a type change, or just a little design change to improve them. So, on with the show. Number 10 is going to be Tangler. Tangler is one of my favourite Gen 1 Pokemon, but it just didn't make it onto the 10 Pokemon I wanted to get Mega Evolutions because it lost out to Crawdon, because Crawdon is one of my favourite Pokemon overall, and it's a dark type and it's sick. But Tangler's a good Pokemon. It's got very good attack and defense stats, sort of lacking in almost everything else. That's the main problem. And I think getting a evolution sort of the way that Slowking was, brought about would be very beneficial for this Pokemon, and would really like help it and make it way more useful if I ever wanted to use it in a team. The next Pokemon is Quagsire. I love Quagsire. Wooper, of course, is my mascot, and I couldn't give Mega Wooper a chance. And Mega Quagsire again wasn't good enough to make it onto my list, but an evolution would definitely make me more likely to choose it. I don't know if I'd ever use a Quagsire in a team, because there's better options in that way, like Swampert, who does have a Mega. But an ordinary evolution would definitely help in my choice, and I don't know, I just like this Pokemon. It's a good Pokemon, mostly because of the anime, but, an evolution, if it maintained this sort of comic feel to it, I would really appreciate that. My number 8 choice is Snorlax. Now, Snorlax is an absolutely amazing Pokemon. It's a fucking monster. And basically, it didn't go on the Megas because I felt like it's kind of too perfect as it is. It's such a good design, and it's such a good Pokemon in terms of how you can use it. So I didn't put it on that list. But I felt that it definitely deserved some recognition, and I don't know if making it a 3-stage Pokemon would be that recognition, but making it stronger without making it too strong by having a Mega Evolution would hopefully do that. It would have to be a very good design though, one that would keep up this theme that Snorlax has. Keep it true to Snorlax. I'll see if I can find some, and if I can, they'll be up. If I can't, they won't be. Yeah, Snorlax is amazing. I love him. That's why he's on this list. My number 7 pick is Pelipper. Now, Pelipper is actually, if I do make a top 10 Pokemon, expect to see Pelipper on that list. I've never done a playthrough of any Hoenn game without a Pelipper on my team. I actually love Pelipper. It's weird, because it's such a common Pokemon, and with all the others, like Pidgeot and all that, I never really liked them that much. They were good Pokemon, but I never really had a connection with them. Whereas Pelipper, he doesn't have very good stats, but he's amazing, and I have swept entire teams with just Pelipper, not using any special stats, literally just hurricaning people. That's why I really love Pelipper, and he does have pretty shit stats, not gonna lie. So, a boost to that would make him unbelievably powerful, and you could make him something, because it goes from a seagull, it's based off a pelican. Maybe you could have another seabird, or step up to another bird, like a crane or something. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be able to find some interesting designs and have them on screen. And I just really love this Pokemon, and that's why it's on this list. Number 6 is Giraffe. Giraffe is, again, one of my favourite Pokemon from Gen 2, mostly just because he looks amazing. And he is kind of weak and really not very useful in terms of battling. So giving him an evolution would, you know, because at the moment he is a baby giraffe. Essentially you could make him a bigger giraffe and give him a dark type to make him dark psychic. I know there are, you know, there are already dark psychics out there, but because he has dark type moves and such like crunch and stuff, it would really help to be able to have that stab with those dark type moves. And I don't think I need to explain this. I love Giraffe Rig. He's amazing. Needs an evolution though because he's kind of shit. Number 5 is Farfetched. Now, God, people will not shut up about Farfetched, and people saying one that needs an evolution and a mega. And honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I have to agree. It really does need some kind of boost. It's so shit. Like, it's so bad, it's unbelievable, really. It's useless, pretty much, and it needs some love. It needs to get something to make it in some way useful. Number 4 is Taurus. Now, when Bouffalon was, like, you know, announced, I'm sure a lot of you, like myself, were convinced this was going to be an evolution for Taurus. I was so excited when I saw that. And to find out it was just sort of a Taurus clone really just sort of upset me. And Taurus is another one that is Gen 1, and now that it's the 20th anniversary, it'd be a perfect time to go back and revisit all the Gen 1 Pokemon, sort of like they did in X and Y, but give Taurus an evolution. With nearly 500 base stat, it is a decent, you know, it's decent. It has good speed and attack and defense, and you could really use it if it just had a tiny bit of boost. So by giving it an evolution instead of a mega evolution, you could really get a good Pokemon out of this. So Taurus, you need an evolution. Number 3 is Torkoal. People have been asking for Mega Torkoal as long as I can remember, ever since Mega Evolution began. It's one of those ones, along with sort of Flygon, that everyone was sort of expecting in Aurus, and it didn't get one. And unlike the ones at the beginning of this list that I said, you know, were just not on the top 10 Megas list, this one is a lot higher because it's not a single, because it's a single stage Pokemon and not a fully evolved Pokemon. You know, Torkoal is a good Pokemon, it's beloved by everyone, and when it didn't get a Mega Evolution, I was sort of upset and stunned like everyone else. But at the same time, I can sort of see where they're coming from, and I think just a regular evolution will really benefit it and really make it, you know, a very good but usable Pokemon. And you could give it a rock typing to, you know, to make its type match the way it looks, and you could make it, I don't know, a volcano or something. I suppose that's a bit kind of like Mega Camerupt, but you could really improve on its design. Not that the design is bad, just that I feel like you could improve on it, and by giving it a boost in attack and a bit of, you know, speed, you could really get a good Pokemon out of Torkoal. Sudowoodo! The false wood Pokemon, essentially. That's what its name means. I love Sudowoodo, especially from the anime, and without being mean, it is kind of useless. Like, I don't know if anyone's tried using a Sudowoodo, but it's kind of terrible. I'm sure there are people who could use it, but I don't really play competitive much, and I've never really had a chance to use it in a playthrough, so I have never found a way of really getting to like Sudowoodo that much. But Sudowoodo is a cool Pokemon, and I feel that with an evolution, it got a baby form back in Gen 4, like a lot of Pokemon, like Mr. Mime, and I don't really know why. Baby forms are kind of useless, and they're literally just there. They don't help the Pokemon in any way, whereas an evolution on the other end would really improve on it, and that's what I want to see. I want to see Sudowoodo get better, and maybe gain that grass type, and, you know, give it some extra stabs and moves and stuff, really diversify it. But then I guess it wouldn't be the false wood Pokemon, but maybe you could just evolve out of being false wood and become actual wood. And last but not least, my number 1 pick for the Pokemon that I feel needs to get an evolution in Sun and Moon, but not a Mega Evolution, is Drudge. I fucking hate this Pokemon. Drudge. However you choose to pronounce it, I'm not very good at it. He is the weakest Dragon type. Fact. With a base stat total of 485, he is the weakest Dragon type. And I know there has to be a weakest Dragon type, but he's also just a one-stage Pokemon, and you could definitely give him an evolution. His design is quite good, but with an evolution you could really expand upon him and make him look terrifying and dragon-like. He looks pretty badass, I've got to say, and give him an overall stat boost and make him compete with every other dragon, because the Dragon type until very recently has always been the strongest type, and some would still argue that it is, but you know, the Dragon types are known for being these powerful beasts, and he doesn't, although he is quite strong, he doesn't live up to the expectations of a dragon. And basically, I feel that if you were to give him an evolution, you could make him a viable Pokemon. At the moment, he's pretty useless. Like, compared to every other dragon, he's just not worth having on your team. True, he is a lot easier to get by just, you know, you can just catch him in the wild. Whereas something like a Dragonite, it's really hard to get Dratini. You're sacrificing strength for ease of like finding. But really, he needs power. He needs to be a dragon. He needs to live up to that dragony expectations that we put on him. And, you know, an evolution would definitely do that. A Mega Evolution I don't think would work in his case, because he's a one-stage Pokemon. He can have an evolution. It would really just be a simple task, and he deserves it. And that's it. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Leave your opinion down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. Again, I'm still looking for a good outro, so if you have something that I can use as a catchphrase, comment in the comments below and I will try and say it. But in the meantime, train on, you lovely individuals.